A hit-and-run accident in the South area. That's Florin at Franklin. And a bit of a stutter step now northbound 99 at Fruit Ridge Road. Traffic brought to you by ZeroResSacramento.com. And here now is Dan in Sonoma. What's up, Dan?
Well, Sean, I've always thought ever since the January 6th prisoners were arrested and thrown into
The
prison
Gulag.
without any representation, they're locked up. No one hears from them. And thank God that President Trump has been reelected. I'm assuming he's going to release them, maybe pardon them. And I want to hear what they have to say. They've been locked up from the entire world from over almost 4 years now. How are they treated? What do they say to them? I mean, who knows what kind of state of affairs they are in? They were treated just like the terrorists of Guantanamo Bay. Locked up, thrown away. But those people they deserve what they did because they were terrorists. Now, these people from January 6th, they might have made a mistake going in there, but we all know why. If you remember correctly, it was they were protesting. They wanted Mike Pence to put a pause on the certification of the election because there were problems, and that was Mike Pence's right to do so. He wimped out, sadly, as we all know. But we all know that we can't prove it, but we know that election was stolen, and these people, they were fighting the good fight here. But I'd like to hear their words. I want to hear what they have to say, and hopefully we'll get to have the chance later next month in January.
We will. When they get out, they'll be all over Fox and everything. Everyone will be wanting to talk to them.
That's fine. That's fantastic. I want to have as much exposure as to what the Democrats did to them. Again, we're at war with the Democrats. Don't think this is a political war. This is a real war against Democrats, and they've done a whole variety of things that need to be exposed.
Well, the Democrats.
Speaking of that,
they're doing their best Hamas impersonation.
Yeah, they are, and they're pulling it off. And the other story I wanted to comment on was that President Trump's, with his inaugural, he had invited a number of world leaders, including Xi Jinping. Now, Ping Pong has apparently decided to not attend, but it's obvious what President Trump is doing. You keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I think this is a winning strategy. I think this is, Trump is showing he's not afraid of this man. So you bring him in within the ranks and you deal with him accordingly.
And you give him the opportunity to decline it. Now he looks like he's the one who's afraid.
Yes, and that's true. The other thing, and I'm losing my train of thought here. President Trump looks like he's president right now. I think Red Eye pointed this out. That where's Joe Biden? He's in a closet somewhere. Trump is out there meeting with world leaders, laying out plans for this and that, and it's very reassuring. And it's also, we don't, in some form, we don't really have to wait till January 20th or January 21st. President Trump is acting like president now, and he's acting and working with the authority that he's about to be given in less than a month. Well, actually, pardon me, it's over a month.
Yeah, it's still a little more than a month away, but I get what you mean, and it's a good point. He is doing that. That's why people like him.
Well, he's a leader, without question.
Yeah.
He's got leadership like no one's ever seen. He's the strongest leader I've seen in my lifetime.
Yeah, he may top Reagan, even though I love Reagan.
Yeah, I do too. That's a side-by-side comparison. But you, my friend, have a great weekend. I will talk to you on Tuesday.
Indeed, Tuesday. Take care, have a good weekend, and stay dry, Dan. And as always, you're a fine American.
And lousy Mexican.
Thanks, Dan.
Lights are going up, snow is falling down.